What is good, people? 2J again from Ceasar Graphix. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and remember to hit the bell so you will be notified when I post my tutorials. Okay, I want to welcome you to my how to use background series. I am so excited today, and I want to thank Frankie for posting this design for me to redesign. Okay, so without any further ado, let's jump into today's tutorial. So this is one of the designs sent to me this week, and let's go straight to my slide so as to explain why I think the design is not successful. So the first thing I noticed on this artwork is this question of type. When you do this, you're actually spoiling the look of the font. Most of all these people that design this font know the best way the font should look. So you changing the look most time is going to make it look horrible. There are narrow fonts that you can always use instead of changing the look of your fonts. And I understand the concept you are trying to achieve here, where trying to make the type bigger and then making it fit that space where it is. When you're working on a project, avoid this. It is very bad. You don't change the look of your fonts. When you do that, it will make your design not look professional. In fact, it will even piss your viewers off when you do this. So avoid this, please. And the next thing I realized again is the image used did not really pass the message. All right, now I understand why you use the billion coin right here, but it's not enough to show what the artwork is actually talking about. This image that you use here is very common. In fact, most time when some designers notice that you're asking them to do designs that talk about money, the first thing that comes to their mind is using this coin to depict money. And this is not enough to show what the artwork is talking about. I always say this to all of my students, that always surprise your clients whenever you are asked to do any design project for them. There's nothing showing online on this artwork. I can only see something talking about money, but there's nothing connecting it to online. So when you are working on any design project, always have your audience in mind. Don't do any design to satisfy yourself. Do design to surprise your audience. So let's go straight to the color we're going to be using in this project. So for this project, we are going to be using the monochromatic color harmony. And the application I'm going to be using is Adobe Illustrator. And here is the design brief. Okay, so let's go straight to Illustrator and start the project. So I already have my document created, so I'm using 800 by 800 pixels. So the dollar symbol and the mouse cursor was from Google. So I'm going to draw a rectangle with the rectangle tool here. So I'm going to draw this like this. Okay, I'm going to push this in. And so come here and click here. All right. Then I'm going to draw another shape inside the shape, like so. Right? Click here. Now make this be at the center, like so. So I know this is too wide, so I'm just going to hold down Control and drag it in like so. Okay, and I'm going to increase the width of my stroke, like so. All right. I'll drag this down a little bit, like so. It should be at the center. Yeah. And I'm going to draw another rectangle. Again. And this time, I should select this and click on this. And I'm going to click here to centralize it. So I need to move this in a little bit. I'll click on the direct selection tool here. Select this point here, hold down Shift and click on the left arrow key on my keyboard, and I'll click on this and hold down Shift and click on the right arrow key. Push this in a little bit more, and the next thing I'll do is to select the line segment tool, and I'll hold down Shift and drag like so. Okay. So I'm going to just make this be at the center again of my shape like so. The next thing we're going to do is to expand this. So I'm going to drag like so, and I'll go to object and select expand. Then I'll hit OK. So the reason why I did this is because I don't want the width of my object to change when I'm scaling the object. I still need to move this down. So I'm just going to push this down like so. Then I'll draw a shape and I'll shift select this shape of my screen and I'll select the shape builder tool. I'll hold on Alt and I'll drag to take that part out of my shape. And next is to just draw a line like so. And this one I'm just going to fill it with black and I'll use the same stroke size, which is 9. Then I'll come here and make the edges of my stroke round, change the color to black, and make sure this is at the center of the project. I'm going to expand this. So I'll go to object and hit the expand button and hit OK. So I'm just going to make a layer and I'll move this behind the layer of the screen, but I'm going to lock the layer so as to not be able to mistakenly move it when I'm working on the other stuff on it. So I'm just going to click here, select the rectangle tool, and I'm just going to draw a shape like so. Okay. And I'm going to change this to yellow. All right. I'll copy, go to edit. I'm going to select copy. I'll go to edit again and say paste in place. Then I'm going to shrink this down. I'll just make this go down like so. Click and hold down Control and drag. All right, like so. And I'm just going to move this in. So I'm going to change the color of the one at the back, which is this, to white. So I need to select the two, and I'm going to drag it and drop like so. Then I'm going to change the color of this to white. The dollar symbol should be black. So I'm going to add stroke to this. So what I'm going to do is just come here and hit 9. I'm going to drag that and drop like so. And I'm going to just scale this down. Let's scale this down like so. And I'm going to add stroke to this. I'm just going to make this, let's say 8. And I'll change the color to yellow. Okay. But I think we need to just use something less. Like so. I'm going to descend to this. I'm going to make this 6. Maybe 7. Okay, 7 is fine. All right. So like we did before, we need to expand these two objects. So I'm just going to shift select the two of them and I'm going to hit the expand option here. Lines here like so. I'm just going to drag this and drop like so. And I'm going to add stroke to this. So I'm just going to make this, let's say 5. 5 is too big, let's make it 4. And I'll change the corners, the cap to round. Alright, so I should select this and I'll click here. And this time I'm just going to use the direct selection tool to move this in like so. I'll click here and I'm just going to move it in like so. I'm going to copy this first. So I'm going to go to edit and select copy. Then I'll go to edit again and then say paste in place. So I'm going to hold on shift and just use the up arrow key to push this up twice. And I'm going to use the direct selection tool. 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I'm going to do is to rotate this. I'm just going to click here and I'll rotate it like so. All right, I'm going to move it down a little bit more and I'll hold down Alt and drag to make a copy of this. Right click on it, select transform and then select reflect. and I'm just going to say okay. So I'm going to push it down just a little bit, not too much. All right, so I think I'm okay with this. So I'll select the, okay, let's just move it up a little bit. So then I'll select the three objects, which is the stroke. I'll push it in a little bit. Then I'll go to objects, expand, and I'll say okay. So I'll right click, select transform, and I'll select reflect from the option. And this time I'm just going to select copy. And I'm going to move this and position it here. So the whole idea is to make it look like an action actually occur here. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out. Okay, so I need to remove the padlock. So I'll group everything with Ctrl G. And hold on, Shift, scale this down, position this here, like so. So let's start bringing in our text. Come here and paste it. So the font I'm going to be using here is called the Gotham Rounded. So I'm just going to go to text, change case, and I'll choose uppercase. Okay, so this is going to be my first option. So I'm going to make a second option now. I'm just going to click here, and hold on Shift, Alt, and I'll release to make a copy of this. So for this one, I'm going to click on this layer here, and I'll draw a rectangle like so. And I'll change this to yellow. Okay. And I'll change the color of my text here to white. Okay, so I'm going to select this layer, and I'm just going to draw a shape like so, and fill this with white, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial, guys. If you have not subscribed, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you were able to do anything with the help of this tutorial, kindly post it on your Instagram page, and remember to tag me. My Instagram name is right here on the screen, and I'll see you guys again in my next tutorial. Peace.